Hello, my friends. Today I want to talk to you about something extremely important, especially if you're over the age of 50, 60, or even 70, and that is muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia. I want you to listen very carefully because this is something that happens gradually, little by little. Before you even realize it, you may find yourself feeling weaker, struggling with balance, having trouble standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or even opening a jar. But here's what I want you to know. It doesn't have to be this way. Muscle loss is not just an unavoidable part of aging. It's a sign that your body isn't getting what it needs. And today, I'm going to share with you one powerful thing you can start doing tonight, every single night, to help stop muscle loss quickly and even begin to rebuild it. Are you ready? I want you to listen closely because this message could truly change how you live the rest of your life. If you're over 50, 60, 70, or even 80, you've probably been told you're just getting older. Yet you're hearing things like, it's normal to slow down, to feel weaker, to lose strength. But I'm here to tell you, don't believe that. Yes, muscle loss is common as we age, but it is not inevitable. Losing your strength, your mobility, your balance, that does not have to be your reality. This idea that aging automatically means becoming frail and dependent is a myth, and one too many people have accepted. They accept weakness as normal. But not you. You're here because you want answers. You want truth. You want hope. So let's talk science for a moment. As we age, our bodies naturally start to produce less growth hormone, less testosterone, and our protein synthesis slows down. That means our muscles don't repair and rebuild as quickly as they once did. But that's only part of the picture. The real reason most people lose muscle is because they stop challenging their muscles and they stop feeding them properly. That's the root of the problem, not age itself. Think of your muscles like a bank account. Every time you walk, lift, or climb stairs, you're making a withdrawal. But if you're not making regular deposits by eating enough protein, staying active, and getting rest, your balance runs out. And that's when you start to break down muscle tissue. And the consequences of muscle loss go far beyond strength. It affects your posture, your balance, your energy levels, your immune function, and even your brain health. Yes, muscle is not just for athletes. Muscle is your armor. It protects your bones, joints, and keeps your metabolism functioning properly. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Doc, I haven't exercised in years. I can't do push-ups or squats anymore. And that's okay. I'm not telling you to train like an athlete. I'm telling you to start moving, to nourish your body properly, and to start small. If you can lift your arms, you can build muscle. If you can walk across the room, you can build muscle. If you can stretch or squeeze or use light resistance, you can stimulate muscle fibers, and every little bit matters. You don't need to run marathons, you just need to get started. There are studies, I've read them all, that show people in their 80s and 90s who begin resistance training can gain significant muscle mass in just a few weeks. That's right, it's never too late. I've seen people in wheelchairs make remarkable improvements simply by using resistance bands and following the right nutrition plan. But here's the catch. You have to believe it's possible. So let me ask you, when you wake up in the morning, do you feel strong and steady, or are you grabbing onto furniture just to make it to the bathroom? That's your muscles talking. That weakness you feel, that's not just fatigue. That's your body telling you it needs help. And ignoring those signs, waiting until you fall, fracture a bone, or end up in the hospital, that's a price no one should have to pay. The good news? Your muscles are always listening. They're just waiting for the signal that says it's time to rebuild. You send that signal through movement and proper nutrition. Feed your muscles protein. Give your body rest. Stay hydrated. And day by day, step by step, your muscles will grow stronger. It's a beautiful thing to witness. But let me be real with you. The medical system isn't going to tell you this. They'll prescribe pills, injections, or maybe physical therapy after you've had a fall. But what about before the fall? That's where prevention comes in. That's where you take control. So what can you do right now? Start with this. Make a decision. Decide that you are not going to let your muscles waste away just because of your age. Age is just a number. Your mindset is everything. Next, take a look at your protein intake. Are you getting enough every day? Most seniors aren't. You need about 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight every day, not per week. More if you're active. Are you hitting that target? If not, let's fix it. Start moving. Even 5 to 10 minutes of resistance training using light weights, soup cans, or bands can start waking up those muscle fibers. Take the stairs. Do some wall push-ups. Squeeze your muscles while watching TV. Every little bit matters. And don't forget the importance of rest. Rest is when the rebuilding happens. Think of your muscles like a garden. If you don't water and feed them, they wither. But with the right care, they grow. Even after a long winter, they bloom again. You weren't made to sit on the sidelines. You were made to move, to be strong, to live with purpose. And I believe in you. So don't wait until weakness becomes your new normal. Let's change the story, starting today, right now. Now I want to talk about something most people never consider, yet it's one of the most powerful, healing secrets of your body. What happens to your muscles while you sleep? Listen closely because this could be the missing piece in your health routine, especially if you're over 50, 60, or 70, and you've started to notice you're losing strength, muscle, or just not feeling as energetic or stable as you once did. When most people think about building or maintaining muscle, they think of lifting weights, going to the gym, walking, or doing exercises. And yes, all of that is important. But what almost no one talks about is when the real transformation actually happens. Let me tell you something important. The real magic doesn't happen during the workout. It happens afterward. And most importantly, it happens while you sleep. That's right, just like this, your body has a built-in repair system. A biological miracle activates the moment you close your eyes and drift off to sleep each night. Think about that. Your muscles don't grow while you're lifting weights. They're actually breaking down. Tiny tears form in the muscle fibers, and that's when your body says, okay, let's rebuild. Stronger. But here's the key. That rebuilding, that healing, that growth only happens when you rest. And the deepest, most powerful repair process happens while you sleep. That's why I always say, nighttime is prime time. During sleep, your body shifts into what's known as an anabolic state, the technical term for buildup mode. In this state, hormones like growth hormone, testosterone, and IGF-1, insulin-like growth factor, rise significantly. These are the exact hormones your body uses to rebuild muscle, strengthen bones, and heal tissue. It's a beautiful natural process, and it happens every single night, as long as you give your body the chance to do it. But here's the catch. If you're not sleeping well, or worse, if you're going to bed without the right nutrients in your system, then you're missing out on one of the most powerful tools you have to fight muscle loss as you age. Let me give you a simple analogy. Imagine your muscles are like a construction site. During the day, your workers, your muscle fibers, are under stress. They lift, stretch, carry, bend, and strain. But at night, the repair crew shows up. They bring in materials, patch up the wear and tear, and rebuild. But what happens if the delivery truck never arrives with the materials? That's right, nothing gets rebuilt. The workers stand around with no supplies. The site begins to deteriorate. That's exactly what happens to your body if you go to bed without the proper nutrients, especially protein. Your body wants to repair and rebuild your muscles, but it can't, and that's when muscle wasting begins. Now, I know some of you might say, but Doc, I eat well during the day, and that's great. But here's the thing, timing matters. Eating protein at the right time, specifically before bed, can make all the difference. When you eat a slow digesting protein before you sleep, you're giving your muscles a steady stream of amino acids throughout the night. And that's exactly what they need to rebuild. One of the best things you can consume is casein protein, found in foods like cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. Casein digests slowly, releasing amino acids over a 6 to 8 hour window, right through the night, exactly when your body is in repair mode. That means your muscles are being fueled while those vital growth hormones are doing their work. That's synergy. That's smart living. Whey protein is also excellent. It's absorbed faster and works well earlier in the evening. Some people even combine whey and casein for optimal benefits. Others might choose simple whole food snacks like a hard-boiled egg, a handful of almonds, or a little fruit. It doesn't have to be complicated or fancy. It just needs to be consistent. And let me emphasize something else that's critical. Sleep isn't just about duration, it's about quality. If you're tossing and turning, if your mind is racing, if you're waking up several times during the night, you're not entering that deep sleep stage where most growth hormone is released. And that's when real muscle recovery takes place. Deep sleep is a gold mine for muscle health. That's when your body gets to work healing and rebuilding. So what can you do to improve sleep quality? First, create a calming nighttime routine. Turn off the screens at least an hour before bed. Dim the lights. Do a little light stretching or take a warm shower or bath to relax your muscles. You might even include some magnesium-rich foods in the evening, like bananas or a few pumpkin seeds, since magnesium helps calm the nervous system and relax the muscles. And here's something important. Even if you don't exercise heavily, your muscles are still breaking down just from daily life. Walking, standing, bending, cleaning, it all adds up. Whether you're active or not, your body still requires that nightly repair cycle. When you fuel it correctly, the results can be amazing. I've had patients in their 70s and 80s who started a simple bedtime nutrition routine, and within weeks, they were sleeping better, standing taller, walking more confidently, and even getting up from chairs with ease. And they didn't change anything else. That's the power of understanding your body and working with it instead of against it. Let me say this again because it's just that important. Nighttime is not the end of your day. It's the beginning of healing. It's your body's reset button. Your body is intelligent. It wants to repair. It wants to grow stronger. It's trying to do that every night, but it needs your cooperation. Give it the rest. Give it the nutrition. Give it the peace. And it will reward you. So, starting tonight, yes, tonight, I want you to think differently about your evening. No more going to bed on an empty stomach. No more ignoring your muscles just because you're not lifting weights. You are rebuilding. You are healing. You are getting stronger while you sleep. And I promise you this, if you follow this consistently, if you simply add a little protein before bed and allow your mind and body real rest, you will see a change in your strength, a change in your energy, a change in your confidence. You are not powerless. You are not just getting old. You are capable of healing, and it starts tonight. Now, today I want to introduce something so simple, so easy, and so powerful, it could change how your body ages. Many of you are already feeling a little weaker than you used to. Maybe your arms aren't as strong. Maybe your legs feel less steady. Maybe climbing stairs, standing up from a chair, or carrying groceries feels harder than it did just 10 years ago. That's not just getting older. That's muscle loss, and it's something we can fight back against, starting tonight. Let me tell you this. Your body is incredibly intelligent. It wants to heal. It wants to grow. But it can't do that unless you give it the tools it needs. That means feeding it the right kind of protein at the right time. And the most important time to do that? Before bed. Your body does the majority of its repair work at night. That's when hormones like growth hormone and IGF-1 are actively working to repair damaged muscle tissue and build new muscle fibers. But here's the problem. If there's no protein in your system, your body doesn't have the building blocks it needs to do that job. It's like trying to build a house without bricks. That's why I tell all my patients to aim for 20 to 30 grams of high-quality protein about 60 to 90 minutes before bed. It not only helps you sleep better, it helps your body repair and protect your muscles, especially as you age. So what do I mean by high-quality protein? I'm not talking about greasy burgers or processed meats full of chemicals and preservatives. I'm talking about clean, complete proteins, the kind that contain all the essential amino acids your body needs to rebuild muscle. Here are some of my favorites. Greek yogurt, packed with casein protein, which digests slowly and nourishes your muscles all night. Cottage cheese, another great source of slow-digesting casein. It's low in fat, high in calcium, and easy on digestion. Protein shakes, quick, easy, and ideal for those who don't want to eat a heavy meal late in the day. Hard-boiled eggs, full of high-quality protein and healthy fats. A perfect light snack before bed. Tofu or tempeh, excellent options for plant-based eaters, and rich in both protein and essential minerals. Now, some of you might say, but doc, I thought eating before bed was bad. Let me clear that up right now. Eating junk food or large heavy meals before bed can be harmful, yes, but a small serving of clean protein? That's not just safe, it's incredibly beneficial for your muscles, your metabolism, and even your blood sugar control. Let's take a look at what happens if you don't give your body that bedtime protein. Your blood sugar drops during the night. Your body lacks the raw materials it needs for recovery. And worse, your body might even break down your own muscle for fuel. That's right, muscle loss accelerates and you wake up weaker than you were the night before. But when you give your body a clean, high-protein snack, just 20 to 30 grams, you're fueling the repair process. Your muscles are bathed in amino acids all night long. They stay protected, they rebuild, and you wake up feeling stronger, with better balance, more energy, and more confidence in your body. This small shift, just a little protein at night, can make a huge difference, especially for seniors. As we age, our ability to absorb and utilize protein decreases, so we actually need more, not less. Yet most older adults are only getting half of what they need. And let me say this loud and clear, it doesn't matter if you're 65, 75, or 95, your muscles are still listening. They can still respond. I've had patients in their late 80s who simply started a nighttime protein habit and within weeks were standing easier, walking more confidently, and feeling stronger while holding their grandkids. That's not coincidence, that's biology. So here's what I want you to do tonight, not tomorrow. Have one of the options I mentioned. A small bowl of cottage cheese, a scoop of protein powder mixed in water or almond milk, a hard-boiled egg, and a few slices of avocado. Make it a habit. Your future self will thank you. Keep it simple, something light, between 200 to 300 calories with a minimum of 20 grams of high-quality protein. That's all you need. Do it again the next night, and then the night after that. Stick with it. Give your body just 2 to 3 weeks and watch the changes unfold. You'll feel stronger. Your sleep will become deeper and more restorative. You'll notice you're not getting as sore, and your energy levels throughout the day will begin to rise. And here's the best part. It's easy. There's no need for a gym membership, no requirement to lift heavy weights, no complicated or restrictive diet plan. Just a small, thoughtful act of nourishment, timed at the right moment, and done with consistency. This right here, that's what smart aging looks like. It's not about giving up or accepting weakness. It's about showing up for yourself, taking ownership, saying, I'm going to nourish my body with what it needs. Because you matter. Your well-being is worth the effort. Your strength, independence, and vitality are worth protecting. And I believe in you. You are not too old. It is not too late. Start tonight and give your body the chance to show you what it's still capable of achieving. Now listen closely, because what I'm about to share could be the missing piece in your journey to preserving strength, fighting muscle loss, and staying mobile as you age. We've already talked about the critical importance of protein, restful sleep, and how your body repairs itself at night. But there's something else, something incredibly simple that most people never consider: light resistance before bed. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Doc, I'm tired at night. I'm too old to exercise. I don't want to get sweaty right before going to sleep. I hear that all the time. But let me help you shift your perspective. What I'm suggesting isn't a workout. It's not boot camp. It's not high-intensity training. It's simply a gentle way to activate your muscles, to wake them up just enough so they get the message: hey, we're still needed. We're still being used. Your body is intelligent. It's constantly making decisions about what tissues to repair, maintain, or let go of. If you're not using your muscles, especially at night when your body is in repair mode, they receive the signal that they're no longer important. That's when they start to weaken, shrink, and disappear. That's the beginning of instability, weakness, and the increased risk of falls. But what if, just before bed, you dedicated 5 to 10 minutes to gentle resistance movements, just your body weight or a simple resistance band? You'd be giving your muscles the opposite message: we're active. We still matter. Let's get stronger tonight. That small action is like flipping a biological switch inside your body. You don't need heavy weights. You don't even need to leave your bedroom. All it takes is a few minutes of intentional movement focused on your most important muscle groups: your legs, glutes, core, and shoulders. Let me give you a few easy examples of what this might look like. Wall push-ups. Stand a few feet from the wall and slowly press in and out. It's a great way to activate your chest, shoulders, and arms. Bodyweight squats or chair squats. Do these slowly and with control. If needed, use a chair for support. These target your thighs, glutes, and improve your balance system. Standing calf raises. Hold onto a countertop, rise up onto your toes, and lower back down. This strengthens your calves and supports better walking stability. Leg lifts while lying in bed. Gently lift your legs up and down. This engages your core, hips, and lower back, all without putting strain on your joints. Some of the best food sources include pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, black beans, avocados, and yes, even dark chocolate in moderation. But if you're not eating those foods regularly, or if you're taking medications like diuretics or acid blockers, your magnesium may still be low. In that case, consider a magnesium supplement. Look for forms like magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate. They're easier to absorb and gentler on your stomach. Start low and go slow, typically 200 to 400 milligrams per day, depending on your needs. Ideally, take it in the evening, since magnesium not only helps your muscles relax, it can also improve sleep quality. A win-win. Now for vitamin D, your best natural source is sunlight. Just 15 to 20 minutes of daily sun exposure on your skin can boost your body's production. But let's be real. Most people don't get enough sun. Whether it's winter weather, being indoors, or covering up, our bodies simply aren't making enough. That's why a vitamin D3 supplement can be so helpful. Most adults over 50 benefit from 1,000 to 2,000 IU per day, and sometimes even more if their levels are especially low. It's always best to have your blood levels checked, but if that's not an option, a safe, consistent maintenance dose can go a long way. Here's something fascinating. Magnesium is required to activate vitamin D in your liver and kidneys. So if you're taking vitamin D but not getting enough magnesium, your body may not be able to use it properly. They're a team. One helps your muscles contract, the other helps them rebuild. One supports strength, the other supports recovery. I've seen countless people in their 60s and 70s turn their health around by simply adding magnesium at night and vitamin D in the morning. Suddenly, their muscles are stronger, their sleep is deeper, their energy returns, and most of all, they feel hopeful again. That is the power of aligning with your body's needs. So tonight, take a moment to look at your routine. Are you getting magnesium-rich foods? If not, consider a supplement. Are you getting sunshine or supplementing with vitamin D3? If you're already doing these things, great. Stay consistent. You don't need complicated solutions. You don't need to feel stuck. You just need to provide your body with the right inputs, and it will take care of the rest. Your body is made to heal, rebuild, and thrive. Even now, you are strong, you are capable, and it is never too late to reclaim your strength, your mobility, and your vitality. You wake up feeling stiff, your body is sore, it's like you aged overnight. But just a few minutes of stretching and deep breathing before bed can completely change that. You're not just preparing your muscles to recharge, you're signaling your entire system, your nervous system, your circulatory system, even your digestive system. All of them benefit. This isn't only about muscle recovery, this is about total body healing. And here's something you might not expect. I've seen this one simple nightly habit create some of the most powerful transformations in people's lives. Many seniors I've worked with, they started small and stayed consistent. Before long, their back pain disappeared. Their nighttime leg cramps stopped. I've even had patients report that their blood pressure improved, and all they did was stretch and breathe before sleep. Why? Because when you combine movement with mindfulness, you're not just changing your body, you're shifting your energy. So, this is what I recommend. Every night, before you lie down to sleep, carve out 5 to 10 minutes just for you. This is your time. Stretch slowly. No bouncing, no forcing, no pushing through pain. Simply tune in and listen to what your body's telling you. Breathe deeply in and fully out. Let go of the day, let go of the distractions, let go of the built-up tension. This isn't just about winding down for rest. This is your transition into recovery. And remember this, it's not about how flexible you are or how far you can stretch. It's about making the time to connect with your body. It's about presence. This is about slowing down, honoring yourself, giving your joints, your muscles, and your entire nervous system the care they deserve. When you give yourself that attention, even just a few minutes a day, you send a clear message to your body, I've got your back, I'm here, I want you to heal. And that, my friend, that's when the magic begins. This is when you start waking up feeling lighter, your body feels stronger, you carry less pain, you feel more at peace. So don't underestimate the incredible power of something so simple. Stretch, breathe, heal.